Hello, and welcome back. Today we're going to go over the print and the println statement. So the print statement will print any string within the parentheses to your console, yeah? And we learned last time that will also print any spaces within the double quotes, right? Now, I want you to note that the cursor basically ends where the string ends. In this case, that is 2 spaces after the exclamation point. So I can force my cursor elsewhere, but if I just click on the console in general, it's going to put the cursor where it stops. And that is what a print statement does. It will print and then it will stop wherever the string ended. That means if I were to make another print statement right under it, it is going to pick up where I left off and continue the next print where the cursor had left off. So in this case, it's going to print hello world with 2 spaces, and that's where the cursor stops, right? And then the next print statement picks up where it left off and prints hello world, and then 2 print statements. All right. Now, we don't always want to be printing everything on the same line, right? Sometimes we want to print something, and then we want to jump to a new line and print something else. In that case, we use println instead. ln is new line, which I know should be nl, but it is what it is. Basically, println is print something and then create a new line. Then create a new line, okay? Not create a new line, then print. Print, then create a new line. So basically, it's going to print the string, and then it's going to create a new line. And then this print is going to pick up wherever the cursor left off, which is on the new line, and print this string. So if we run this, so instead of just running it, I could do Control S, which saves my file, or I can do something to it, or I can come up here and click Save. That way, when I hit the Run button, it doesn't ask me if I want to save it. Just a preference thing. So now I have hello world and then hello world on a new line, right? Because this println statement printed the string hello world with 2 spaces, hello world 2 spaces, and then created a new line. So it made the cursor jump to the new line. Yeah. And then the print statement picked up where the cursor left off and printed hello world with 2 spaces. Hello world, 2 spaces. Now, I don't need to be saying hello world every time, right? I could put whatever I want here. But it is always going to print on a new line because of the println above it, yeah? Now, this print is still, the cursor is still on that same line. So if I wanted to print something else after my second print statement, it is going to pick up where the print statement left off, which is after the 2 spaces, after the exclamation points of hi, and print hello. So these strings will print on the same line, just like that. But if I didn't want that, if I wanted hello to be printed on a new line, I hope you know by now that it is this print statement that we would add the ln to, because it prints the string and then creates a new line. Yeah? We can even make this last one a println, even though visually we won't see a difference. This was it without the ln, right? But if we put the ln, it visually not different, but where the cursor is different. Without the ln, if this was just a print statement, the cursor would end here. But since this is a println statement, the cursor ends on a new line. And that is the difference between print and println. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, good luck.